it's Heather from TECH at Lowell again with this month's YA Book Club. So, Happy New Year, everybody. This is start of a brand new year. It's all exciting, and this month's book club, as I said, is books based on comic books. I thought that would be a really fun way to start the year. There's a really great variety. So let us just jump right into it. So, our first book is Loki, Where Mischief Lies by Mackenzie Lee. Before the Avengers, a younger Loki is desperate to prove himself heroic and capable while everyone around him suspects him of villainy and depravity. Except Amora, Asgard's sorceress in training. But when Loki and Amora cause the destruction of one of Asgard's most prized possessions, Amora is banished to Earth, where her powers will slowly and excruciatingly fade to nothing. Without the only person who ever looked at his magic as a gift instead of a threat, Loki slips further and further into anguish and the shadow of his brother Thor. When Asgardian magic is detected in relation to a string of mysterious murders on Earth, Odin sends Loki to investigate. As he descends upon 19th century London, Loki embarks on a journey that leads him to more than just a murder suspect, putting him on a path to discover the source of his power and who he is meant to be. So it sounds a little fun, little fantasy, little historical, little anti-hero, because I know y'all like that. Move on to the next one. And this next one is actually a graphic novel. It is Mira Tidebreaker by Danielle Page. So, yes, graphic novel. This is kind of the general color scheme. Lots of teals and orange. So, Princess Mira is teenage royalty and heir to the throne of Zebel, a penal colony ruled by the other not-so-lost land under the sea, Atlantis. Her father, his court, and the entire kingdom are expecting her to marry and introduce a new king. But Mira is destined to wear a different crown. When the Zebelian military plots to overthrow Atlantis and break free of its oppressive regime, Mira seizes the opportunity to take control over her own destiny by assassinating Arthur Curry, the long-lost prince and heir to the kingdom of Atlantis. But her mission gets sidetracked when Mira and Arthur unexpectedly fall in love. Will Arthur Curry be the king at Mira's side, or will he die under her blade as she attempts to free her people from persecution? I did flip through this one a little because I can't help myself. The artwork is really great. The story building is really great. It's a great choice. On to the next one. Lois Lane Fallout by Gwenda Bond. And this is actually the first in the Lois Lane series. So, Lois Lane is starting a new life in Metropolis. An army brat, Lois has lived all over and seen all kinds of things. Some of them defy explanation, like the near disaster she witnessed in Kansas in the middle of the night. But now her family is putting down roots in the big city, and Lois is determined to fit in. Stay quiet. Fly straight. As soon as she steps into her new high school, though, she can see it won't be that easy. A group known as the Warheads is making life miserable for another girl at school. They're messing with her mind somehow via the high-tech immersive video game they all play. Not cool. Armed with her wit and her new snazzy job as a reporter, Lois has her sights set on solving this mystery. But sometimes it's all a bit much. Thank goodness for her maybe more than a friend, a guy she knows only by his screen name, Smallville Guy. So this is really fun because it does a bit of like a well-known character in comics, but not necessarily a superhero. And who doesn't love Lois Lane? All right. On to the next one. Black Panther, The Young Prince by Ronald L. Smith. Life is comfortable for 12-year-old T'Challa and his home of Wakanda, an isolated, technologically advanced African nation. When he's not learning how to rule a kingdom from his father, the reigning Black Panther, or testing out the latest tech, he's off breaking rules with his best friend, M'Baku. But as conflict brews near Wakanda, T'Challa's father makes a startling announcement. He's sending T'Challa and M'Baku to school in America. This is no prestigious private academy. They've been enrolled at Southside Middle School in the heart of Chicago. Despite being given a high-tech suit and a vibranium ring to use only in case of emergency, T'Challa realizes he might not be as equipped to handle life in America as he thought, especially when it comes to navigating new friendships while hiding his true identity as the prince of a powerful nation and avoiding Gemini Jones, a menacing classmate who is rumored to be involved in dark magic. When strange things begin happening around school, T'Challa sets out to uncover the source. But what he discovers in the process is far more sinister than he could ever have imagined. In order to protect his friends and stop an ancient evil, T'Challa must take on the mantle of a hero, setting him on the path to becoming the Black Panther. So this is really cool because it's like, before Black Panther, what was his life like? So a bit of an alternate take. On to the next one. This one is Miles Morales, SpiderMan. Miles Morales is just your average teenager. Dinner every Sunday with his parents, chilling out playing old school video games with his best friend Gonki, crushing on brainy, beautiful poet Alicia. He's even got a scholarship spot at the prestigious Brooklyn Visions Academy. Oh yeah, and he's Spider-Man. But lately, Miles' spidey sense has been on the fritz. When a misunderstanding leads to his suspension from school, Miles begins to question his abilities. After all, his dad and uncle were Brooklyn Jack boys with criminal records. Maybe kids like Miles aren't meant to be superheroes. Maybe Miles should take his dad's advice and just focus on saving himself. As Miles tries to get his school life back on track, he can't shake the vivid nightmares that continue to haunt him. Nor can he avoid the relentless buzz of his spidey sense every day in history class, amidst his teacher's lectures on the historical benefits of slavery and the modern-day prison system. But after his scholarship is threatened, Miles uncovers a chilling plot, one that puts his friends, his neighborhood, and himself at risk. It's time for Miles to suit up. So, yeah, this sounds really cool. And last, but certainly not least, I have Wonder Woman Warbringer by Leigh Bardugo. Princess Diana longs to prove herself to her legendary warrior sisters. But when the opportunity finally comes, she throws away her chance at glory and breaks Amazon law, risking exile to save a mortal. Diana will soon learn that she has rescued no ordinary girl, and that with this single brave act, she may have doomed the world. Aaliyah Corrales just wants to escape her overprotective brother with a semester at sea. She doesn't know she is being hunted by people who think her very existence could spark a world war. When a bomb detonates aboard her ship, Aaliyah is rescued by a mysterious girl of extraordinary strength and forced to confront a horrible truth. Aaliyah is a Warbringer, a direct descendant of the infamous Helen of Troy, fated to bring about an age of bloodshed and misery. Two girls will face an army of enemies, mortal and divine, determined to either destroy or possess the Warbringer. Tested beyond the bounds of their abilities, Diana and Aaliyah must find a way to unleash hidden strengths and forge an unlikely alliance. Because if they have any hope of saving both their worlds, they will have to stand side by side against the tide of war. And this book is actually can't remember if it's the first or not. It's part of the DC Icon series, so each book is by a different author and it's about a different, iconic DC hero. So this is Wonder Woman, there's Batman, there's Superman, there's Catwoman, and the new Black Canary one just came out. You don't have to read any of the others to read this one. They're all standalone. They're just still somehow in a series. I don't know. It makes sense to someone in publishing, I'm sure. So that is some of the highlights from this month's book club picks. I'm definitely going to have a lot more in the Goodreads virtual display because there was just way too many. The hardest decision was picking the ones to talk about, I'm not going to lie. was very difficult. So be sure, like if some of these are intriguing but you're not sure they're for you, definitely check out that Goodreads post. I'll definitely link it below and see if there's another one. And even with those, I was kind of scratching the surface. So there's a lot of books based on comic books. I hope y'all like them. I will pick one to read this month, and then I will discuss it a little bit next month and maybe give a little bit of a better description. Maybe I'll pick one that I didn't talk about today. Who knows? Next month is going to be February, so I thought we would do romance books. Maybe not everybody's cup of tea, but you know, it doesn't ever hurt to try something new. I did creepy books for y'all. You can do some romance to just give me a little relief. And starting this month, I'm going to start doing just like an activity that kind of ties in. So this month there is going to be a word search. I will try to figure out if I can link it below, but you can always come and pick it up. It's going to be out on our curbside table. And I think that is it for this month. I'll try to put all this information in the description box below as well so that you have like a written record. And then I will see you next month. And as always, have fun and keep reading. Bye!